breaking down all 21 things you missed from Survivor Season 44, Episode 4. We're talking all things Sarah finding a fake idol, the crazy tribe swap, Jam versus Carolyn, and much more. Careful for any spoilers if you haven't seen the episode yet, and make sure to stick around as we announce last week's puzzle giveaway winner. If you want to enter next week's giveaway, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on so many idols in this episode. Let's get started with number 21. Josh recaps last episode. We see the Green Tribe trying to be kumbaya after just voting Claire out of the game. Straight up, I know I just said Josh recapped last episode, but that's only really half true. Don't worry, that will make sense. We'll talk about that in a minute. But first, we need to talk about how Josh feels like he's in such a power position on this Green Tribe in the middle of two duos between Franny and Matt and Danny and Heidi. Number 20, who is Josh? We're gonna jump literally seconds later, and all the other players on this Green Tribe, these two pairs of players, think Josh is on the outs and needs to be the next one voted out. Obviously, we know Josh is about to get swapped out of this tribe. This tweet picks it up pretty well. This scene does feel kind of pointless in the context of this episode, but I bet in a future episode, come the merge time, this will matter a lot. Number 19, X marks the spot. Obviously, this is referring to the idol cage on the Tika tribe. No one knows what's going on as there's a mysterious X marked on the idol cage. We'll talk about Carolyn's plan in a minute, but it was actually her who did this. She's playing dumb in front of everyone. And honestly, if anyone's dissing Carolyn at this point, I don't want to see it at all in the comments. I love how she's playing this game. She's playing the game so hard at this point, and tons of big brain thinking with this X marks the spot. This may be a little bit of a hot take, but I think we've never seen a player like Carolyn before. Number 18, playing Survivor hard. If you want to be like Carolyn and you want to go out there playing Survivor hard, you gotta be preparing for the moment. As most of you know, that's why I created Idol Plays to help you prepare for all the Survivor challenges. A few weeks ago, I decided to send out a free fire puzzle with one random order on Idol Plays. First of all, congratulations, Susan. You're gonna be the person getting that free fire puzzle. Secondly, I just love helping all of you out, so we're gonna be doing that same free fire puzzle promo this week. All you gotta do is purchase anything from idolplays.com, and I'm gonna pick one random order to send them a free extra fire puzzle. Any order from now until the start of next episode will be entered to win this free fire puzzle, and it's just a little thank you for helping support me so much. Number 17, Sarah finds a fake. Carolyn's X marks the spot plan is low-key genius as she puts the X in the idol cage, and the idea is she's gonna put another X somewhere around camp, and that's where the idol's gonna be. Well, the fake idol, but you get the idea. Sarah ends up being the person to find this fake idol. We know what happens at the end of the episode, so this isn't gonna lead to anything, but still such a good idea. We're gonna be doing a little counter throughout this episode of how many hidden immunity idols we have in the game. Currently, we have 3 real idols in the game and 3 fake idols, and it's about to get even crazier. Number 16, reward challenge. I love me a good old reward challenge in an episode. It's fun to see here. I'm like 100% sure the sit out rule in Survivor is you can't sit out in back-to-back challenges in a single episode, meaning if Claire was still in the game here, she would have had to compete in one of the challenges this episode. The challenge itself has one player at a time running up a series of obstacles and launch a sandbag at 5 targets. The only problem is each player on your tribe has to hit at least 1 target. And the reward for winning this challenge is actually pretty big. Obviously, you get a tart for winning, but the bigger idea is you get to choose from each tribe who goes on the adventure. And this leads to the only part of the episode I'm not a fan of, the tribe swap we see here. We'll get through this together. I'm gonna try my best not to go on too big of a rant here. It feels like we're going backwards again with the whole problem with the hourglass, production, and Jeff Probst lying to the players. It's not as extreme as the hourglass, but same ideas apply. Jeff keeps it very broad and says the journey is gonna change the game. I'm gonna talk about this a little more, rant a little bit more when we get to the journey and get to the tribe swap, but what's the problem with some good old just drop your buffs and switch tribes? Number 15, the challenge. A little bit of a round of applause for the producers adding 2 challenges into this episode. Reward challenges are always lower stakes than immunity challenges, making them fun to watch. And I try not to bring it up every single episode, but come on Survivor, let's get longer episodes in our show. Anyways, Green ends up dominating this challenge as Orange comes in second place. Number 14, journey people. If you're like me, you already knew the people that were going on the journey here, they're gonna be swapped and switching tribes. We have Josh from the Green tribe, Carson from the Purple tribe, and Jaime from the Orange tribe. As on Twitter, Claire points out, we need to put some respect on Jaime's name for being such a good Survivor confessionalist. Number 13, journey time. We've seen seen the journeys so many times now in the new era of Survivor. The big theme here for this journey is all these players wanting the full Survivor experience. And obviously they're predicting at the end of the journey they're gonna have to do the good old risk versus reward to get an advantage. Not really, as number 12, journey swap. I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of the swap we see here. I get it, it's a step in the right direction to see more swaps again on Survivor. It just feels like a half-assed attempt at doing a Survivor swap. The producers know only swapping one player from every tribe they could easily get screwed over, so they're giving them all a free hidden immunity idol. This is gonna be a shot clock expiring idol that won't work once the merge hits. If you're keeping track, that means we now have 9 idols currently in the game, 3 real idols, 3 fake idols, and 3 temporary idols. Survivor Millennials versus Gen X winner Adam Klein is not happy about this. Unless we have one tribe completely flop and lose the rest of these pre-merge challenges, this almost guarantees all 3 of these players are gonna be making the merge. But this whole thing of handing out free idols could have been avoided if instead of swapping one player, we just swap all the tribes around. Anyways, my rant's over. I'm sorry. Josh is going to purple, Jaime's going to green, and Carson's going to orange. Number 11, swap reactions on Tika. Once again, this Tika tribe's reminding me why they're my favorite tribe on Survivor 44 with Carolyn and Jam Jam. And on Twitter, Erica points out Josh is stealing her Lambda Lion quote. This swap is pretty rough for Josh as he gets caught in a lie and says all personal trainers are dumb jocks. Low-key, I'm a little offended by that. I'm a personal trainer myself. Number 10, swapped reactions on Ratu. Of all 3 of these swap players, I think Carson comes off the best here. He 100% throws Jam Jam under the bus, but it works out as he gets pretty close with Matthew. I'm really hoping Carson and Jam Jam make it to the merge now after Carson throwing him under the bus. But more importantly for now, Matthew spills all the tea on the orange tribe to Carson what's going on. You know, Brandon opening the idol cage, Brandon playing an idol at the first tribal council, and Jaime finding a hidden immunity idol. Well, actually, that's the fake idol, but Carson doesn't know that yet. Number 9, swapped reactions on Soka. To be fair, Jaime doesn't come off that bad swapping onto this green tribe. The only thing that scares me is she thinks she has 2 idols. Just imagine she's at tribal council, plays her idol that's fake, Jeff says no, this is not a real idol, and then she's like, boom, I got another idol for you right here. On this green tribe, Josh was always the next person to go home, so it's not looking too good for Jaime as these other 4 players are super close. And it never feels good as players look into other players' bags as Danny wants to check to see if Jaime has any advantages. Number 8, immunity challenge. It feels like we do see this challenge a lot, but it's super fun to see all those money shots or disaster shots of people jumping into the water. As you dive into the water, grab a key, cross a balance beam, and solve a puzzle at the end. Number 7, the challenge. We know the puzzle's gonna be the great equalizer at the end of the challenge, but that doesn't matter. I had fun throughout the entire challenge watching everyone jump into the water. And apparently on the other side of things, Peridium loved all the belly flops we saw. As we see Lauren miss the key in slow motion, we see Jam Jam fall off the balance beam. As the green tribe comes in first place, the orange tribe comes in second place with only seconds to spare. Number 6, Tika in rough shape. That's a rough feeling losing the challenge, only having 3 puzzle pieces left. Whatever group of players was going to tribal council, I saw the swap player playing their idol no matter what. Obviously, we know what happens to Sarah at the end of the episode, but I'm super curious why she never plays her fake idol. We'll talk about it in a little bit. Number 5, Carolyn versus Jam Jam. Let me know in the comments down below if you think Carolyn and Jam Jam are friends or enemies here. Personally, I really can't tell, as one episode they're joking around about snoring, and the second episode it feels like a real argument. But holy, is Carolyn a game player. Jam Jam makes the mistake of wanting Carolyn to be the decoy vote, and she's not okay with it. Before we talk about Carolyn's big plan, we need to talk about Sarah's fake hidden immunity idol. Number 4, Sarah's idol. Sarah says for sure, without a doubt, no matter what, if Josh plays an idol at tribal council, she'll play her idol as well. Although the idol is fake, I wonder why she never played it. And we need to remember Sarah also has the inheritance advantage from episode 1. But with clarification from Jeff Probst, this advantage wouldn't have made a difference at this tribal council, as all advantages played at that tribal council still have full power, but after that tribal council they're given to the holder of the inheritance advantage. Sarah was already going home at this tribal council, so her advantage would have been powerless. Number 3, Josh and Carolyn. Okay, this part's absolutely crazy. Josh tells Carolyn the votes are on her, but technically they're not because Carolyn's the decoy vote. And then Josh tells Carolyn he has a hidden immunity idol and willing to play it for Carolyn, meaning they're gonna blindside Sarah and take her out of the game. The big problem with this is Carolyn's only the decoy vote, so if Josh plays his idol for Carolyn, Josh will just go home anyway. Ultimately, for Josh to be safe, he needs to play his idol for himself. We're gonna need a little bit of clarification on this, but I'm guessing Carolyn told Josh to play his idol for himself. Number 2, Tribal Council. It's scary that next episode, Tika's only gonna be down to 3 players, as Maddie loves every single one of them. And going into this next episode on the Tika tribe, it's gonna be so interesting, as I really can't tell if Jam Jam and Carolyn are gonna work together. Josh would have gone home, but he played his idol, meaning number 1, Sarah voted out. And she goes home with a fake idol in her pocket that she actually thinks is a real idol. Anyways, congratulations, Georgette, you're this week's giveaway winner. I'll announce a new winner next week, and click right here for every Survivor season ranked worst to best.